Hey everybody, this is Carrie from Paper Adventures back for another hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 7. And as I always say, you can pause video, go down to the description box, and it'll give you a little bit more information about this challenge. It is created by CraftyCat, and it's basically a challenge that will help you build your ephemera or whatever else you would like to do with it. I'm making a journal with this one. The last one that we did, I did build up my ephemera, making tags and all those types of things. But this one, I'm going to use it to make a journal. So last week's, to give you an example, was number 25 and 26. And 25 was coffee dyed paper and 26 was book illustration. So here's what I did for my page for my journal. So I have coffee dyed paper throughout. Like here's coffee dyed paper. I think maybe that one's not. This one for sure is. Oh, this one is for sure coffee dyed paper. So I do have it on here. And as far as the book illustration, this right here. And I made this tag to go in here. And this came out of a book also. So I have book illustration here and here. And made a little journaling spot back here, but it's a tag. And yeah, you can go back and watch that if you'd like to. Just made a little pocket on the side. And that's what I did for that one. And as you can see, we got this much made so far. I can't wait to put the journal actually together. That will be fun. Now, I'm going to mention here what I did to get my papers ready. This is just, packing paper like from Amazon. It'll be in, when I get, what do you call it? Just when I've ordered something, basically, they'll have that paper in there. And what I did was I made it, whatever size I was going to, and I glued two pieces together to give it a little bit more sturdiness. One thing that I've learned though is there's a problem with that, at least for me. For one, it makes it kind of stiff, and I don't know, I have a lot of these crinkles in here, which that's okay. That doesn't bother me because this is a what is the term? Oh my goodness, I forgot the term. I'll think of it here in a minute, but it's meant to look junky. So it's okay. But I noticed like when I complete a page, like if I want to do any stitching on here, that's fine. I can do it. But when it comes time for me to then do the other side with another prompt, I have to, sometimes I can't stitch if I want to because it will come over onto this side as well and then maybe mess up something on this end. So I don't always get to stitch. So I'm doing it a little different with the next pages that I'm going to be putting together. And let me see what I did with those. Okay. I already stacked some together. So here's one and here's two. Okay. For example, the last time I would have glued these together. What I'm going to do this time, I'm going to keep them together. But say when it comes time for me to decorate this one, I'm going to do that. I can stitch on it and everything, but I'm going to do it separate from this. Okay. So this one, I'll be able to stitch on it if I want to, because it's going to be separate. And then same thing, I'll be able to do this one, stitch on it if I want, stitch on it if I want. And then once I get all four of these completed, what I'm going to do is sew them together. So it's still going to kind of give it a sturdiness, but it's also going to give it some freedom. You know what I mean? It's going to just be free to do whatever it wants instead of being glued down. I'm also able to stitch on every single page like that. And then so when I sew it together, all the stitching will be inside here. If that makes sense. That may not make sense right now, but you'll see it as I do it. Once I complete four, you'll be able to see me sew it together. Or anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing with these next pages. Now I do still have, let's see, I have one page that I could do. Let's see. I think have I got all these completed? Okay, another one here. So I have 2 more that I can do. I almost really want to just leave these alone and make them writing spots. But I don't know. I probably won't do that. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do that. Anyways, let me see what the next prompts are. So the next one that I'm doing is 27 and 28. 27 is hole punch. 28 is tag. Now those are going to be easy, right? Hole punch and tag. Now I saw Crafty Cat do something really neat with tag that I think I saw someone else do. And when we think of tags, we just want to make a tag, but we can actually use a tag to make a pocket or something. So I'm actually going to go with kind of the way Crafty Cat did it, because I thought, why haven't I ever thought to do that? But anyways, yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. I do want to say this thing, it is wiped off, but I should have protected it more. It's so, I let inks and stuff get on here. And yeah, so it doesn't look that great, but it is what it is. So anyways, if you'd like to join this challenge, you would just put hashtag 50stackchallenge7 to join. I will tell you, Crafty Cat also has an Etsy shop where she has tons of digitals, and they are the best digitals ever. That's where the majority of mine come from. Pretty much any digital so far that I've been using is from her. So anyways, you might want to go check her out and her channel. She does such a great job. But anyways, I do thank you for joining me, and let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, here we have it. I already forgot. Here we have it, hole punch and tag. So, I did get this tag idea from CraftyCat. Sometimes you look at, you watch things and you're like, how come I didn't think of that? Which I think she saw it done somewhere else too, but instead of, making a tag and using it as an actual tag, why not make pockets out of it? So that's what I did. I combined the two tags here and then made it into one pocket. And that's kind of what she did. Hers looked way better, of course, but there's that. And just added a little picture here. And this was a freebie. Was this a freebie? Yes. I think that's where I got this, one of her freebies. I think. Yes, I really feel like that's where I got that. Now, hole punch. Of course, there's hole punches right here, the typical hole punch. But then to me, this can count as a hole punch too. It's just a larger one. And it just so happened that when I put that tag in there, his face went perfectly right in that hole there. Now, this I made in the last 50 stack challenge. I can't remember what the prompt was. It was probably maybe map. I feel like that's what that was. Yeah, this one would have been map if I'm thinking correctly. But I really did like this. This was another one of her digitals. This is what do I call this? Label. Made a bunch of these labels at one point. Put a little stickers as if they were let to fly away. There's some cheesecloth under here, and then in the background, it's just a stamped paper that I'd made with circles, and so was able to use that there. Here's one of my rusted safety pins. That's not paper clip. And then I just stuck this little, coffee dyed piece of scrap paper on there with the stamp. And that little thing just adds, really, But yeah, I created this in the last challenge spot to write, and it actually, I like to stamp the date, and it shows I made it on May 8th of 2025. I always like to know that for some reason, but yeah, so there it is. And I do appreciate you guys joining me, and I do hope to see you again on the next one. Bye.